Hello, I thought what we'd do is we'd have a little look around, we'll say a little goodbye. I'll take you through some of the stuff that I've had pre-booked, quite a bit in terms of King of the Ring, SummerSlam, and one match for Mania next year. Which I decided on during the build-up to this year's WrestleMania. I thought, we can do this match again. Be the main event for Mania next year. Right, so this is where we end popularity-wise. We got a solid 80, solid B across. Decently, we did decently. This was our growth in the US. This is, genuinely baffling, right? Because fine, we were dropping, we were having great shows to begin with. April, right? Let's just go to show history, right? Because if we just go on March, 86, 89, 94, 86, 91, 90, 91, 93, 77, 100. So 1 A plus, an A, shows in the A's, right? Just take A as one category. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, and another B plus, like 7 A shows in the month. Like, we went down in Puerto Rico, 1 point up across America, nothing in New England. We got 100. Canada, we had good growth, went from a 60 to a 73. Mexico went from 35 to a 49, that's great. 60 to 74. Japan, 40 to a 60, 20 point growth in Japan. 50 to 68 in Europe. Australia, 45 to 66 in some regions. We weren't broadcasting in New Zealand at all. So, that's the growth, right, of the company. Finance, we're on 10 million, right? Owner goals, we're hitting everything we need to hit, right? Finance, basically the 4 million this month is I gave everyone a 50 grand bonus. Here's 50 grand bonus. WrestleMania bonus, 50 grand. We got 100. Everyone gets 50 grand. Everyone gets 50 grand. And also, we only lost 4 million, despite the fact our show costs were $13.25 million. As we spent a lot of money on Mania. I think you'll agree, it paid off. Let's go through our top 100. So obviously our number 1 show is WrestleMania. Our number 2 show is Royal Rumble. As it should be. I really feel like that's exactly how it should be. Your top, when you're booking the WWF, the WWE, your top show shouldn't be some random episode of SmackDown or some random episode of Raw, right? Like that, number 3 there. I'd have been sad if number 3, a random episode of Raw, was our number 1 show. WrestleMania is your best show every year, and it should be. Top 100 matches. 2 of our top 3 happened at Mania. Owen Hart, Undertaker, the 100, the perfect match. Obviously, Tyson Undertaker went to a double count with Owen Hart and Diesel. Bret Hart defeat DeanDust ladder match. Shawn Michaels versus Hunter S. Helmsley from a Saturday Night Main Event in February is 4. 5, Bret Hart, Bulldog, Undertaker in the 6-man, then another 6-man tag. Then Bret Hart, and then a tag, and then a tag. And then a tag. Tag wrestling was what got us through this save. The Survivor Series match between Razor Ramon and Undertaker. I am sad that we'll go through that in a second. Attendances. Look at those attendances in your house events. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. The Royal Rumble, only the 7th most attended show behind In Your House 3, In Your House 6, In Your House 4, In Your House 5. That's because I deliberately put the Royal Rumble in Madison Square Garden. That's why. That's why that attendance isn't up here. Survivor Series got a 58,000. Only 2,000 less than Mania. 60,000 for Mania, that legendary show. Then pay-per-view buy rates. Royal Rumble got a bigger buy rate than Mania. Our worst buy rate was, of course, one night only. That's all 100. Let's go through creative meetings. Shawn Michaels, I disagree with that, man. We'll go through that in a second why. Michaels, Hart, Taker, Owen Hart, Diesel. Could not get DeanDust into the top 5. Really disappointing. Jericho, 1, 2, 3, keep Miami Tour, Taz and Flip are our next big things. Our hot prospects, Jericho, Kabashi, Waltman, Tonota, Taz. Talk the Talk, Arnie, Diesel, Michaels, Razor Ramon, Bret Hart. Showstoppers, Michaels, Hart, Muta, Jericho, Hart. Ring Generals, Michaels, Kabashi, Hart, Malenko, Muta. Who's Hot? Bulldog, Bret Hart, Alundra Blaze. Bulldog? It's insane. Animal and Hawk. Who's Not? Fair enough. Time Decline. Yeah. Why am I looking at Hidden Gems? Doesn't matter. Titles. Here's our title history. The $1 million belt has been Diesel's. He hasn't dropped that. The Intercontinental Championship was obviously Razor Ramon. Won that off of Shawn Michaels at the start of November. Then he vacated it at the end of November after he went to rehab. Then Shawn Michaels won the title, defended it 4 times, lost it at In Your House to DeanDust. And then it was dropped to Bret Hart at WrestleMania. We haven't had King of the Ring. It was Alundra Blaze. Minami Chota won that one night in Japan. The next night, she won it back. The World Tag Team Championships. Yokozuna and Owen Hart were defeated by Shawn Michaels and Diesel. Then it was vacated. King Kong Bundy and Mabel were the champions from October to January. King Kong Bundy got injured, broke his neck. Yokozuna took over in January. And then that night, that week, the LOD won. And from January to March, 10 defenses. The LOD has been dominant in the tag division. And the World Heavyweight Championship was won by Hart in November, week 3. I think that's Survivor Series he won it at. At Survivor Series, beating Diesel, 12 defenses later. Bret Hart still your WWF. That is the wrong. I had not noticed that. That is the wrong. That is also wrong. For that. It's the Winged Eagle, for crying out loud. That's weird. Right, the Winged Eagle. There we go. He's been champion all that time. What else should we go through? Yeah, let's go through a bit of pre-booking before we... let's check to see if anyone is eligible for the Hall of Fame. We can put them all in. Savage, yep. Hart, yep. Hogan, yep. Vince, yep. Vince Russo. Absolutely. Oh, that's me. Forgot. That's me. That's me. I'm playing as Vince Russo. I totally forgot that. And what? I go on for being a key booker. Yeah, damn right, I go in the Hall of Fame. And let's go through the pre-booking first. Let's handle King of the Ring. Not in your house. I don't have any plans in your houses. But King of the Ring goes like this. So, the tag match would have been Mabel and Yokozuna. Bret Hart would have defended against Owen Hart in a submission match. And the rest of these matches are all King of the Ring matches. So, Rick Martel, Ahmed Johnson is a first round match. Ahmed Johnson wins. Shawn Michaels, Jim Neidhart. Shawn Michaels wins. DeanDust beats the Patriots. And Diesel beats Chris Jericho. Then DeanDust beats Ahmed Johnson. Shawn Michaels beats Diesel, and Shawn Michaels beats DeanDust, because this is Shawn Michaels' way of getting back to the world title, because Bret Hart will deny him title shot, saying he's a disgrace. He doesn't earn it. He has to earn it. So he wins King of the Ring, right? Eschews the King gimmick because he doesn't need it. Whatever ridiculous gimmick. At which point DeanDust starts wearing a weird crown. And SummerSlam, we've got Diesel versus a face Yokozuna. Yokozuna would have turned face. Guts and Glory versus Sudden Impact. Marty Jannetty versus the 1-2-3 Kid. Mike Tyson versus Owen Hart. British Bulldog and Steve Austin versus Legion of Doom. The Great Muta versus Brooklyn Brawler. Undertaker versus DeanDust, which is a feud that I would have stretched out until Survivor Series. Would have started around In Your House, whoever the one before this one, would go on to Survivor Series. Big, long, drawn-out feud between these two. And, of course, Shawn Michaels. Oh, Bret Hart. Bret Hart beat Shawn Michaels. Basically. That's all the pre-booking I've got done. Now let's look at some of the key players in our series. Any in-ring push. So obviously Animal came in. Look at that. Since they came in, they've gone up to like being a massive star now. And Hawk will be the same. Yep. Just look at it. Look at it. Just by being the best tag team in the world at this point in time. We'll save that one. Let's have a look at Bret. Bret. A good starting point with Bret. We leave him the man across the board. Michaels. Similar story. Like, he started in a good place. We're leaving him in a tremendous place. Diesel. I mean, again, he was 86 across the board. He's now 94 across the board with a 96 in the Northwest. For whatever reason. Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Went 57 up to that. That's great. That's a good place to build him from. He'd been big between WrestleMania 12 and 13. Steve Williams and Stan Hansen. Look at that. I mean, Stan Hansen. They do Undertaker. Another one that we've built up. It's a good launching pad to be the best. Owen Hart. Obviously beat him at WrestleMania. Again, from a 71 to a 91 in 8 months. 7, 8 months. King Mabel had that great push at the start. Drifted off a bit, but yeah, did pretty well. Pretty happy with how he went. Tasby was starting to get over, but here for me anyway, me personally, is the biggest success of the series. It's that 55 across the board with 65 in the tri-state area to 90s with a 94 in the tri-state area. With his loose cannon gimmick. I mean, he was very well protected. I don't think he lost that often. You know, I mean, right from our first show, we were pushing Dean Douglas. He lost to Razor Ramon, but it's Razor Ramon. You know, he only lost to the really big boys. And you look at his top 10 matches, like, I think it was because of those initial kind of like, his matches with like that match with Razor Ramon made me go, oh, okay. Like, 2 A-star matches, sorry, I mean, 2 A-star matches, man. An 88 singles match with Undertaker. 86 with Bret. Just tremendous. Tremendous. Now we go to medical and we see some of the most disappointing parts of the season, the series. The only people to come back from this is Shawn Michaels' suspension, which she's back through now today in game time. Jannetty's come back from rehab, and Jim Neidhart's come back from rehab. But you see the two things that changed DeanDust drastically, and I don't think it would have been as good. Like because the Goldust feud didn't happen the way I wanted, and the Waylon Mercy thing didn't work out. You had to keep finding ways to keep it fresh and to make it work, and I think that forced DeanDust in the position he's in. But still 10 months, 1 year, 1 week. Sandman's still in his he got his neck damage, which basically scuppered his run as well. 123 Kid's still in rehab. Doink's still in rehab. Ken Shamrock, who I signed, but he's still training for MMA fight. Razor Ramon's still in rehab. Austin's still suspended. Sonny's still in rehab. Sid's still in rehab. The Patriot's still suspended. Sandman's still on vacation, and Waylon Mercy's still in rehab. It's the Razor Ramon one. It's the Razor Ramon one. Like, you basically took one of your best workers right out, right at the start. Because, you know, his popularity was going up. And literally right before he got done, he had that 94 with Undertaker. If he had a match at Mania after the push he would have got, because his star quality is 92. Look at the national battle. We see that WCW is still ahead of us in terms of the national battle. They're in 4-2-4. We're in 4-1-2-0. Diesel would be their number 2 guy. Taker would be their number 3 guy. Michaels would be their number 3 guy. Bret Hart. No, they'd be 4. Bret Hart be 4. And then Razor Ramon, who's not been, like, he's been out since the start, like, he's been out in rehab. We bought out Windy City Pro Wrestling, kept them open as a child company. We haven't really done anything with them. This is who's all in development. Adam Copeland, Aldo Montoya, Amy Lee, A-Train, Barry Horowitz, BG James, Big Matty Smalls, Canyon, Cage, Kurt Hennig as a trainer, Devin Storm, D'Lo Brown, Dwayne Johnson, Ekmo, Fatu, Jack Doan, Jim Molyneux, he's a ref down there, Johnny Lawler, Johnny Storm, La Tigresa, Miko Satomura, Sean Morley, Sika, Steve Corino, Tisha Warrior, Dave Bubba Ray, Yumitatsu, and Tajiri. That's absolute success. Darn right it was. Let's have a quick look at WCW. In terms of popularity, like, they're so far behind me in terms of popularity. Let's have a look at their top one. See, look at that. Their best shows are Random Nitro. Matches: Hulk Hogan went to no contest with Ric Flair. Ric Flair went to no contest with Hulk Hogan. Same match. Hulk Hogan defeated Ric Flair. Hulk Hogan defeated the Taskmaster. That did well at Halloween Havoc. Bubba Rogers and the Blade Runners. Okay, because they signed Warrior, didn't they? Ric Flair defeated the Giants. Hulk Hogan defeated Pillman. Oh, good for Pillman. Big Bubba and the Taskmaster defeated the Blade Runners. Piper and the Giant defeated the Blade Runners. Jake Roberts defeated Sting. I'm not really bothered about them. Let's have a quick look at ECW. Size. What's their growth been like? Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. That's pretty good growth. What's their top 100? Market Street Mayhem. We have a look at their top cards, actually. Top matches: Sandman defeat Rick Steiner by DQ. DQ in ECW. Oh, what an ECW match. Sandman, I nicked Sandman. I couldn't sign the Steiners. I really wanted the Steiners, but Vince doesn't like them. So that I'm sorry. It's just one last time. Look at it. Oh, you're so pretty. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Not enough people bought this pay-per-view. What was our broadcasting deal and events anyway? It was all prime time, but we didn't have a lot of pay-per-view, did we? I never said this, by the way. I never said this. It was one of the big changes, but Raw, like a month ago, moved to VH1. Just didn't mention it. Totally forgot to say that. Yeah, Raw's been on VH1 for a month, rather than USA Network, because it's big. It's big. That was our TV coverage. We ended with big across the UK, it's tiny in Puerto Rico, medium in Canada, medium in the UK, medium, small, medium. And for events, we had very big, big, tiny, medium, small, medium, none in New Zealand. So that's it. Oh, did I ever? Oh no! Did I ever? No. Oh, excellent. Good. I was a little worried I'd never increase the quality of the merchandise. You're like, these T-shirts are terrible. How much merchandise did we sell? 1 million. I feel like we probably would have sold more than that. But 1 million in a month is crazy. That means you're making 14-something million a year on merch. Oh, I'll take it. So that's it. It's a little wrap-up video, a little bonus wrap-up video. Thank you again for watching this series. I changed the schedule so we could get this done before, obviously, tomorrow is the release date of TEW 2020. I know everyone's going to be, their focus is going to shift instantly, and you're not going to care about TEW16 anymore. I cannot explain how much I love this game. In terms of value for money, if there was a counter for how many hours I'd put into this game, it would be ridiculous. Over the 4 years, insane amount of hours I put into this game. Insane amount of hours. Its playability is incredible. I love this game so much. I don't understand wrestling fans who don't play this game. That's not true, but it kind of is true. But it's not true, but it kind of is true. You've got to check it out. You've got to play TEW. If you ever look at WWF and say, well, what's that finish? That's ridiculous. Jump on the game, rebook it. You know? So, Robbie Rage is getting a lot of screen time right now, isn't he? Thank you again for watching. This isn't the last time I'm going to continue making content. It's going to be for TEW2020. And watch your man struggle to figure out how to work a new game. Because that'll be me for at least 6 months. See you soon. We may play more TEW16. But it'll be retro at that point. It'll be classic. Oh.